Good day, everyone. Welcome back again to Magicallaround, and we'll be discussing for this week's analysis how the currencies is going to react. This is my point of view as usual. I do recommend that we work with tight stop losses. This is the last week of the quarter and the month, so you can imagine the movement is going to be really strong. Um, so, without further ado, we'll be discussing here the analysis for the major pairs from the 27th of September till 1st of October. So first is first here, we'll be analyzing the Great Pound, the dollar yen. So let's zoom in. Now this was last week. So let's zoom this in. And then, so our entry points were here as discussed before, 109.40. So this buy entry did hit the profit, but our sell entry hit the stop loss. This was something we did not expect. During this week, so we can check the Fibonacci levels now, because technically we broke out of the triangle. So what is expected is going to be this area where is Fibonacci. And as you can see, we did rebound from here. So I would say one last test this week, and it will be a sell entry from here. So our sell entry is going to be 1180. I would push it even to 1111. Um, so let me write this down here. Sell 1111 and stop loss 1130. TP would be that we would get back. That's what I believe, we'll get back into the triangle, because again, as I told you, this week the movement is going to be really strong. We have lots of news as well on almost every pair, and it's the last week of the quarter, so I'm expecting there will be strong movement here. So my first TP is going to be 109. So we're talking about uh, uh, 200 pips here. That's the first thing I'm expecting for this week for the dollar yen. So let's remove these, as this is not valid for this week anymore. There we go. And this one. So that's for the dollar yen. Again, this is going to be the first option here, 109.48, but I would believe we would go till the 109.00. So that's for the dollar yen. For this week, the dollar yen. Now let's jump to the Great Pound dollar. Great Pound dollar is undecided, so our buy entry here, stop loss, and the TP. This was wrong TP, and actually several viewers mentioned this for me. This should have been 3750 to 3770. So we did not hit the stop loss, and we did not hit TP. So this week it's undecided again, the market regarding this. But as you can see, this line, this is the area where we're expecting to retest. And if we zoom out here, so let's zoom out, this has been acting as a triangle as well. So this has been acting as a support area. So there was a fake breakout here, as you can see. This was a fake breakout. And I'm expecting that we will retest this area, but before this, I believe we will retest the 3712 to the 3720 area. Uh, for me, I would have a buy entry here, as this has been our strong support line, as you can see, for so long. So I would wait around this area before jumping into a deal. So I would have my buy entry, what I would say, my buy entry for this deal is gonna be buy entry 1.3630. Stop loss here is gonna be big. So stop loss, I would put 50 pips actually, maybe more, but I will stick with the 50 pips because the moment we do not break this line and test it for the last time, we're going at least to the 38.90 to the 39.20. So stop loss 3580, and then TP was going to be first 1.3750, second is going to be 1.3898. Then we wait here. That's for the Korean pound dollar. There isn't much here um, to discuss this week, as I mentioned earlier. So these are the good entry points. First time to test this one, I would go sell as well, 3801, and I would have a minor stop loss here. So for this one, I would here 1.3801, stop loss 1.3821, and TP 1.3720. Why did I say 3720? This is the area where we're having difficulty for the time being to break out from. So this is going to be the area where if we broke out, this is going to be acting as support, not resistance anymore. So we have to wait around this area to confirm if we will still go up or we will break down. So that's for the dollar, for the Great Pound dollar. Now for the Euro dollar. Now the Euro dollar is still in our entry here, still making profits. So the further one is going to be here. So we have our Fibonacci. So to me, I would have a buy entry here. Here we go. This is going to be my buy entry level, which is 1.675. I would push it maybe to 1.692 because this is the level that it's been hard to break. So yeah, 1.675. We can stick still with the 1.675. So let me write this down. Let me move this one. We're done with this one. There we go. Text. So, nope. Let's remove this one. And this one too. And this one. And remove it. Okay. So our entry point is going to be here by 1.1675. Stop loss would be 1.1645. That's 30 pips here. And TP 1.18. This is my first TP that I see comes in. So this is going to be my first TP here, 1.18. This is the area where I'll be waiting to see if it's going to break. We're going to go till the 1.843 to the 1.19. That's for the euro dollar at the moment. And again, we do not buy from the first test. We buy from the second time it tests this area. Because usually the first time is going to come with uh, lots of buying and selling, lots of volume, lots of action here. So I do not recommend that you buy from the first time. Confirm first that it is acting still as support, and from there only we can buy. But before that, we cannot buy. Now the gold, this area has been acting still as support and resistance. Yes, we did have a minor breakdown before it. Now, as I mentioned earlier, wait, and I still have the deal intact here. This hit our TP. No, it did not hit our TP last week. That was the week before it. I'm sorry. So for this week, we're still in the process of buying. So if we move this way to be more accurate, so this is not a breakout. As you can see, this area did not break out. It was only testing it. So to confirm the movement, we need a higher high around the 1830. So to me, if we test again, which is the 1745, so let's delete this one as well. So to me, I would have an entry deal 1745, which is going to be our line at the moment. It might be our upward trend line to confirm this if we made a higher high. So we're going to be on the sidelines here if we do not break below it, because as you can see, it was a false breakout, or it did not literally break out. So buy 1745, stop loss 1725, TP, which is going to be our first TP, is 1840. Make sure that you have this the right way, because again, the movement are going to be strong this week. I cannot stress enough on this. So make sure not on the first test. When it confirms that it did not break this line, only then have your entry. Because if we break this, we're going to sell it because it's going to be testing it. So this deal is going to be reversed. Instead of having it at 1745, it's going to be sell at 1745. And our first target is going to be here, the 1715 area. And the maximum is going to be at 1678. So that's why I'm telling you, confirm that this is acting as a strong support area, and it's confirming that this is forming as an upward trend line, and this is where we have a buy entry point. All right, now USD CAD. What happened with our USD CAD? It was a big week for the USD CAD. Here's it. So the USD CAD, last week we said sell entry 1836.40, stop loss 50, and then first TP is 2587, second TP 2466. We did not hit any of the TPs yet, but we are in a very good position. Now you can move your stop losses to plus 10 or 20 pips, and from there, uh, make sure that, see, I had it last week. This was our entry point, the first day of the week, the analysis. So I said, do not go on the first one, go on the second one. And this is exactly what happened. So it dropped. We did rebound from the 1636 area, and we're around the 2640 area at the moment. Still, and first TP is going to be 2592 to the 2587. This is where we can take our first TP, or you can close half of the deals in profit. And keep the rest running, because as I told you, you can have the other one plus 20 or plus 30 pips profit hanging out there, just to make sure that everything is on the safe side. This is one of the things I always make sure my students do, to have a trailing positive pips here. The stop loss should be positive pips, especially with these big deals and with these big movements, just in case if the market decides that it flips or changes direction for whatever reason, they would not lose the account, and they would have a positive profit as stop loss. The last one for today is going to be the Australian dollar. Now, the sell 71.65, which was here around this area, it should have been hit. Now the sell is from 73.86, stop loss 74.06. Now the stop loss here should have been moved as well, because we're still in action. So this deal is still in action, still is expected to hit our target, which is the first one 7220, and then actually we did hit the first TP, but the second TP we did not hit it, which is going to be 7165. So for people who have already made profits, stay on the sidelines. For others, I would wait for another test here, 7291, for me to have a sell deal. So for this one, I'm gonna move it here. So this area, this is the area where I'll be having my deal. Wait for it. So for here, I'm gonna go as, let me remove this. There we go. So for this one, I would have my deal. Again, we have to wait for the test, the price action to test this area, to confirm it. Not from the first test, it has to be from the second time of testing. So make sure you wait for that, wait the appropriate time for that, because if you jump in from the first time, you will be losing lots of money here. So always confirm on the second time that there was rejection. And this is where you have your entry deal. All right. Now, for this one, we'll have sell entry 1.7 to 93, stop loss 0.7309, and then TP, first one is going to be 0.7 to 20. Second one is first TP. Let me write this down for you. First TP, second TP, 0.7165. That should be all for this week. If you want me to analyze more pairs, please hit me in the comments button. And please make sure that you subscribe and like and share. Others would be looking to find this information really helpful for them, especially on such weeks. Uh, Trading with stop losses, not everyone does, and they are not sure where to put their stop losses. It's really crucial as well. And I make sure here on my channel that I put the right stop loss. I make sure that you do not lose your account as well, because having the appropriate stop loss and risk to reward ratio, money management on your Forex account will make it go through time. All right. So again, we had a fruitful week last week. We were in profits on more than 80% of our deals. So stay tuned always with us, stay updated, and stay blessed. Thank you. Have a good one.